Hello everybody. We have our student in the room and we have a teacher in the room. And the day of the week is Friday, so there is only one thing on a Friday to do. If you've tuned in and you're wanting something a little bit more succinct and flowing and intense, then you need to go to another day of the week or use this as a coffee break. We have a Friday again, so it's Friday. There are 7 people trying to get in there. Hello, Susan. Good morning.
Morning, Susan.
And Margaret.
Morning, Margaret.
We're all queuing up, waiting. And Anne. Good morning, Anne.
Good morning, Anne.
So Tom's there limbering up.
Sheep chasing Anne.
It's sheep chasing Anne. And Kay. Hello, Kay.
Good morning, Kay.
Kay only tunes into a Friday. Hi, Sarah.
Sarah B.
And that means Katie and Steve are in the room.
Oh, Katie and Steve. Wait
Steve is not doing it, but he is simply going to mock it. Steve does the mock version. Most people are nice about us, but Steve
Thanks,
isn't.
Steve. Just warming
Hi,
up
Ken.
here.
Great to see you.
Morning,
Apologies to Ken and Susan. Yesterday our connection failed. We're having problems. We were waiting for a new router, etc. But anyway, let's pray today's great. Lindsay, hello there.
Good morning, Lindsay. Long live the Scots.
Hope Back Day Tom.
Sorry?
I don't. Lindsay, what is it you want to say there?
Let me read.
It says Hope Back Day Tom. Lindsay, can't you spell?
Hope. Hope. I'm living in hope.
Hi Lorna, great to see you in the room too.
Good morning,
and
Lorna.
Jackie Dearden.
Good morning, Jackie.
What incredible weather we're having, hey?
Absolutely.
Tom's practicing rolling pastry. He's just using that as a rolling pin moment. And who else is going to come and join us on this wonderful Friday
Master
before
Chef,
we end
Master Chef, Master Pilates.
Pilates Master Chef is Tom. The session will start standing. Tom actually has a bit of a niggled spine, which he's had for a few days now. Missed you guys this week. We'll be back next. I hope you will, Jackie.
Okay.
And hello, Tina and Claire. Hello
Good morning,
there, Claire.
Tina and Claire.
We hope that you all stick with this programme. We certainly look as though the real live functioning studio won't be relevant until July. So that gives us about another 7 weeks of this, 5 weeks, 7 weeks, whatever. Anyway, all I know is it's too many to count. Let's just pretend it doesn't matter. And it's only Friday, so it's TNT time. And it's me doing rehab Pilates version with Mr. Tom.
For me, just trying to get me back online.
So if you are doing this workout with us, I hope, and not just having a cup of tea with us, then it's your chance to make sense of certain positions. And if your positions feel great, just go to a breathing connection in that position, making sure that you feel the breath happening in that moment. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Donna.
Actually, I've just realised I haven't turned my TV on, so let's TV it as well.
I'm told that I've not to muck about as much today, and I have to be more
that's
serious.
Just what he does. Diane, you're in there.
Hiya, Diane.
She's
welcome.
just said behave.
I'm going to sing at the end.
No, he's not.
Oh, flower of Scotland.
Stop.
Okay, I've been told to stop.
Okay, children, let's get this show on the road. Tom's going to start standing. He's using the roller for the squats because that actually,
Oh,
in theory, makes more sense to him.
okay.
We've got a line here so that Tom can actually see his alignment. Morning, Carol.
Morning, Carl. Don't twist, Tom.
Don't twist, Tom. So Tom's hurt his back, and therefore Tom's going to be a little bit more. No, you listen to the teacher before you do it. You don't go off doing what you think's right. That's not Pilates.
Like that.
No, an agreement. You'll do as you're told.
Okay, right.
Hold your roller like so. We did it earlier in the week. Make sure both feet are parallel. So Tom, turn your right foot in a tad. Every discrepancy at the foot will feed into the thigh bone somewhere into the pelvis. The roller isn't going to roll up and down your leg. It's going to keep your pelvis in a neutral position as you go down. Your elbows bend, your hips bend, and you stand up, pushing the ground away. Breathing out, keeping the shoulder blades as though they're pulling towards each other here, and inhale. Create a nice rhythm just here. Don't throw yourself back up, Tom. Push into your heels and pull your hips against the roll to come up. Better. Don't throw yourself backwards. Down you go.
More gentle.
Inhale, smaller and lengthen.
Less is more. Less
Stay down there
is more.
Stay down. Now I have a forwards roll, which is to get you to the neck, to the lumbar. The roller will lead you down. Tom still did his old throw your head down. Everyone stay where you got to. This lower back and this sacrum's absolutely solid. Don't tuck your bottom under, Tom. I didn't tell you could. Let your arms reach and get more from here. To come back up then, you're going to use the pelvic tilt. So breathe in. No, breathe in. Breathe out and pelvic tilt and feel the journey back up. Tom, take your hands wider on that roller. You should have your arms on your roller at either end. Okay, big breath in. Squat it 5 times. Squat and stand. Don't throw yourself up. Feel the journey back up. Squatting and stand. 2 more squats. Feel as though the roller helps the hip place itself and the chest therefore not drop. And this time to stay.
That works.
Down to stay. You only listen to half the instructions. You're so funny. We're going to roll down again. This time, exhaling as you go down. Follow your arms down. Stay there, Tom. Stay. Breathe in again when you're down halfway. Don't tuck under. And then see, no, it's here that you bend. Roll the roller down. The roller rolls down.
Okay.
Stay.
Touch the floor.
Now, in this position, the head's hanging, the heels are reaching, and the breath in and out wants to keep this part of the rib cage hydrated and the space happening in this part of the spine. You've got symmetry. To come back up again, last time rolling up, you tuck your bottom under and reverse the sequence so you're getting the pelvic alignment. Wow. All right. Next time, Tom's going to go down into the squat and stay. So find your squat this time and stay. Now, to use what we've just done, take your hands to either end of the roller in that position. Push your arms straight so the roller goes against the kneecap. The whole purpose of a squat is to not twist anywhere. Now, exhaling, core connect and float the roller forwards and inhale back. Your roller can only go as far forwards as you can maintain shoulder stabilisation. It's not a game as to who's the best at this. It's a discipline of only going where your shoulder mobility can keep you. It's more of a float. So Tom, pull your hands tight against the sides of the roller and imagine your thumbs being drawn up. Isn't that different? Yeah. So the hands are holding the sides of the roller in the sense that that reach and return is shoulder mobilisation. Just do one more. All this while, the bum cheeks aren't clenching.
Oh, come on.
Stay. Now put your hands on the other side of the roller. Big breath in. Nod the chin and bend your... Roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. You've got to roll this part of the spine down and not constantly overuse this part here. If you can find your fingertips to the floor, that's great.
I'm there.
Okay, let your head hang, Tom. Lose the tension here. Now on the breath out, listen. Pelvic floor draws up and you tilt and tailbone comes under. Use your obliques and the upper body against the roller as you come all the way up. Now take your roller behind you so it goes behind your sit bones.
Am I being good?
Nearly. Again, the hold on the roller is the whole of your hand is relatively flat. The sense of pulling against the roller and noticing where your seat bones are is massive. Don't throw your head up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep breathing in and out. And then float your arm backwards and pull it down again. This is back to feeling the upper body. So everything between the scapula, shoulder blades activates. Your pelvic floor's drawing up. Your tummy's drawing in. And you're as square as you can be. Getting breath in and out of here. When the roller comes back to behind your pelvis again this time, stay with it behind your pelvis. Keep the connection. So now the roller feels to where your sit bones are, and you're going to squat, pushing the roller backwards. And coming back up again. Inhale. Pull your shoulder blades together. Pull against the roller rather than trying to bend it with your bum.
Get my foot.
That's it. Look at your feet, make sure you're doing your throwing up again rather. Don't throw yourself up, push yourself up. Exhale, bend the knees, bend the knees, bend the knees. Stay down. In that downwards phase, go back to pulling your shoulder blades towards each other. Breathe deeply in and out, turn the knees in your mind, there you go. Now go down an inch and up an inch. Your thigh bones should be absolutely parallel. The keeping of the connection, Tom's doing a bending roll, but what the heck, at least he knows where. No, don't drop your chest. You do not drop your chest. Your scapula squeeze. Yeah. Pull your knees slightly in, Tom, as you go down at the thighs. Right, the next time you go down, stay, and we do the same sequence. With pelvic tilt. On the pelvic tilt, pelvic tilt, tuck your bottom under and roll your spine all the way back up until you're upright. Yay! Oh. Okay, take the roll from behind you.
Take the ribbon from your hair.
Take your legs wide. Take your legs wider. Tom, take them wider than that.
Okay.
We're using this to create some stretch. No, you're not tucked under ever.
Am I in turnout?
You're in a bit of turnout and no tucking under. Okay. Go back to the sequencing where we have the hands on top of the roller.
Done.
At either end of the roller.
Check.
And no, either end over the roller. The squat is the same as it was earlier. You're going to hinge at the hip. You feel like you trap the roller in the hip joint and stand up, pushing that roller forwards. Make the breath as dominant as you can. Bend the knees, Tom. The knees need to bend and push back up. When you push back up, you need to pull your abdomen in. So none of this. So shrink. The core connect doesn't kind of switch on, switch off, switch on, switch off. And the roller should be staying in your hip. Your hip's there. Go down and stay. In this position here, become comfortable. Your elbows, arms are bent. Your palms of the hands are against the roller. There should be no shearing forces anywhere and you're not tucked under. Ready for the forwards rolling spine. So you nod the chin and you follow the roller down. You don't take the roller down, Tom. It takes you down. Okay? Stay. You've gone too low. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Tuck your bottom under to pelvic tilt and roll up, 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 up. Kept freezing, we'll do the class later, bless. Wow. And again, we go into the squat. So you've got your wide squats, pull your seat back and stand it up. As you go down, you're pulling your hips back with the roller and then push your hips forwards against the roller. That was better, but don't throw your shoulders forwards. So as you come back up, resist throwing these up, yeah? Last time. The roller gives you a symmetry that you otherwise wouldn't get without equipment. I said last time, that means stay down.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was getting excited.
He's getting really excited. On this one, the next time Tom breathes out, he's not going to tuck under. He's going to tuck your bottom under, everyone, and see if you can sit up taller. Keep your legs bent. So we're getting you to a little bit more of a flattened spine. Yeah, we're in there. Now take your roller and take it into your hands. You need core connect. Can you push your roller away and sit your bottom further back? Down, yeah. Okay, perfect. And then pull the roller to the inside of the knee and push up an inch and down an inch. The position we're in then is thigh bones wide, pelvis neutral. The roller's there helping both knee joints stay connected to the sit bones. Inhaling and exhaling. Next time you're down then, you're going to leave the roller against your knees. Your elbows will bend as you nod the chin, breath out, nod the chin and bend, elbows, 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 stay. Big breath in, push your hands against the roller, then tuck your bottom under. With a breath out, Tom, I said tuck under, so pelvic tilt. Thank you. And roll the roller all the way up as you come all the way
come all the way with the theories.
Was that good?
Yeah, very good. But it's demanding.
It is demanding, you're right.
Like me.
Like you, very demanding. We'll go to hands and knees now, and Tom's going to get down to the floor his way, which is special needs alley.
Thank you.
He's also going to pick bits of fluff off the
there
mat.
You go. Done. I thought it was a piece of glass.
Oh, which way are we going?
Any way you like.
Okay. You're kneeling up, so you're going to say kneeling up then?
Yeah.
If you can say that way.
What do you want me to do? Tell me.
Right, stop being distracted by what you thought was glass on a mat.
Okay, sorry.
The thigh bones want to be parallel, so listen to my cueing and put your thigh bones parallel. The feet, ideally, are reaching away, so it's a stretch through the whole of the front of the ankle joint all the way through to the pelvis. Now you can take your roller again, and you're going to hold it, same position as you were.
We're going backwards.
No, we're not going backwards. Don't anticipate what you think is going to happen. Listen to the teacher. Crown of the head's reaching up. We're going to roll forwards again, okay? So on the breath out, you're going to nod, you roll, let the roller lead you down. The journey down can only go as far as, without tucking your bottom under, Okay, breathe in.
That's me.
Yeah, and then breathe out. Pull your shoulder blades back to find yourself back up.
That's good.
Big breath in. Keep the feet so that they're lined. Pelvic floor draws up as you breathe out. The rib cage flexors. Don't tuck your bottom under. That's all you can go. There's no point forcing anything here. You have what you have. To come back up, you find your scapula.
Some of us have got less than others.
Totally.
I'm at the top of the chain.
Yep. Exhale one more time. So the tracking of the roller down the thighs, and you allowing the rollers to teach you to move, because that's what it's doing. Last time, and then pull these shoulder blades together as you come back up and up. So from that position,
why am I keep moving my foot?
because you're twisting. Holding that roller against your thighs still. Tom's going to do the backwards lean. In other words, this stretch for the quad. So big breath in, exhale and lean backwards. Someone thinks you're getting better every day.
Hey,
they're blind.
Happy days.
And come back and breathe. Exhale, lean back. Breathe.
Less is more.
So as you lean backwards, every single part of you is lengthening from the thigh bones all the way through. Shoulder blades still. Last one.
That's good, Tanya.
He's good.
No, that's good. I'm doing better. I am. Getting more brownie points.
Alright, the next time you come back up, stay. And we will now get rid of the roller. So Tom, go to hands and knees.
Excellent.
Find your all fours position. And why don't you put your fingers so they line up with the line?
Okay.
I put black lines on the map because
For the black sheep.
for the black sheep, yeah. Simple movement pattern to create pelvic stability properly rather than thinking. The shoulder blades draw away, you should feel a bit lengthened, a bit more lengthened than you did earlier. On the breath out then, no more pelvic tilting or anything, Tom. Slide your right leg so that you end up with it reaching and a diagonal line. Now stay. Just stay there. Everyone, if you're in this position, Tom's not going to do this.
I am.
No, you're not. Everyone else, take then your left hand and place it around the abdomen area. So you've got, okay, Tom's going to do it. He's a law unto himself. On the next breath out,
One for all and all for one.
let the left leg lift up an inch, so right leg lift up an inch and down an inch without having an earthquake. Lift and lower. The leg won't lift up very high.
No, you're right.
And your aim, will you put your hand back in place like I asked for?
I just don't feel you're wobbling me because I'm not straight.
Right, you've dropped everything. Don't put your hand back in place. Behave. Alright, the next time your leg goes down, leave it down. Now pull your heel to your bottom on that same leg, so you've got your hamstring curl. Stay with this hamstring curl. Keeping that leg bent, inhale, reach the leg away again, and push the ground away with the breath out as you pull the heel in. Inhale, reach it away again, and breath out, pull it in. You've got to get the sense that the ground is being pressed away with the left hand, left knee and right hand. So go on and exhale, shrink. Alright, and then the next time that leg comes to bum, leave it at the bum. And now lower that knee down, Tom, without unfolding. Stay. Don't ground yourself yet. You've got your abduct. So the leg comes out sideways without twisting the hips. So lead with your side bottom and your pelvic floor. So the side bottom, not the foot, leads you out. And again, wherever you go to is where you go to. Everything through side bum should work. And lift.
Good God, woman.
And lift. Last time. Okay, and let that go. Now we're going to do a counter stretch just to make sure that anything, so bend your elbows for the counter stretch. That means your bum goes down, your arms bend, your knees bend, and then you ease yourself in the direction of your heels. Breathing in and out, in and out. You're feeling for symmetry, either sides of the armpits, back of the pelvis. And now you're going to come back up into all fours.
Feeling the love.
Just into all fours and behave.
Feeling the love.
You've just ruined all of your alignment by doing that moment. From the next position, other side of the body. So, you prep by imagining you're pushing the ground away. Spread your fingers out.
Can you cross with me?
Totally, darling. So, on the next breath out, when you feel as though you've core connected your middle, slide the left leg out. Stay.
Right.
Stay there. I'm just going to put it where it belongs, which is there.
Nice one, Tom.
With the left leg out,
Right.
you can all take your right hand off. Tom, please don't.
Oh, I was just showing.
Please just behave.
I was demonstrating.
Oh, he was demonstrating. You've no idea how bad his back has been this week.
Okay, carry on.
Breathe out and let that left leg float up and down. You need to push the ground away more with your kneeling leg. In your mind, it's the kneeling leg and this hand.
Okay.
Okay? If you feel everything twists the moment you're pushing the ground away, see if you can ask more pelvic floor and armpit. Proper breathing will help. 2 more. Reach the leg out of the hip and lift. Last time. Now the next time your leg's up, stay. Tom, do you feel fine here?
Oh yeah, but it's still
Push into your the bottom and extend. Heel to the bum. Still fight here and here. Push the ground away with your left. There you go. And so the secret of any all fours work is it's supposed to be training your breathing muscles to stabilise you so that the muscles that lead to your limbs get strong and feed off a stability sequence that is trunk. The next time Tom's heel comes to his bum, he stays. And he's going to lower that leg down till it's almost touching the floor. Stay. And then pull it towards the screen. Out it goes. And back. Without hitching the hip. So let it go out. Think of your thigh. And don't forget pelvic floor. So go back to pelvic floor, Tom. Imagine you've got a glute band on. That's better. Go back to your left hand pushing. Your right knee pushing against the ground. Last one.
Please.
And ground your knee down, both knees level, bend at your elbows for a counter stretch. Down we go.
Counter
stretch. Tom, can you lie on your front, do you think?
Yeah, of course I can.
Okay, let's go to ground. We'll go right onto our fronts.
I've had to put my head in the mat on the
Yeah, you can. So,
okay.
if you lengthen yourself right the way down and stretch the legs out, I think we should go straight to dart. So put your hands by your sides. So let's put your forehead on the blocks. We use a block for people that have got an older posture.
Thank you.
Their spine doesn't do what it should.
Not funny.
So in the dart
You
position,
could use the word mature posture.
the mature
Mature
person.
posture.
For the more mature posture, Tom is where we're all headed. Big breath in. On the breath out, pull your shoulder blades together and squeeze them in and inhale, release them. We're starting just with the scapular slide. If your body doesn't understand how to recruit certain areas, you'll never kind of get anywhere. So as the scapula, shoulder blades slide across the back of the ribs, nothing should be happening in your lumbar spine. Tom, does your lower back feel fine?
Great.
The next time your hands come to the sides, glue them to your sides like that. I'm going to hold his hands in. Exhale and push your nose forwards and lift your chest forwards. Inhale and back down. Breathe out. Imagine you could push your little fingers down the sides of your thighs and inhale and back. Exhaling, shoulders, push.
Is that me straight?
Yep. And breathing out, it's your back of the scapula. Don't try and lift through your lower back, Tom.
Okay.
Less is more. Just follow my cueing. There you go. 2 more. And
Are you my physiotherapist?
last one. This is like a physio Pilates session, definitely. The next time you come down, stay. And now put your hands under your shoulders. Now, if you're under your shoulders are here.
Sorry.
Like that. So it's a W shape. You need to make the hand position slightly wider than the elbows. So you don't want your hands here, you really want your hands here. And you want to be able to feel your elbows. If you're able to keep your head hovered and therefore recruit some of these fibres here without using your lower back, then do that because that's stabilisation. You're asking the upper body, so therefore when you sit at home again, doing all of your hard work, you won't collapse just here. But we're going to add to this. Breath out and stretch out your right leg so far away that it almost lifts, as in away and up, and inhale and lower. Breath out the other leg, and inhale and lower, that's you straight. So your leg lengthens away. Remember, you're keeping the feed going from the upper shoulder area through the abdominals, lift and lower. Most people know this as swimming, and go and push down through your elbow to your fingers. The hamstring to glute should connect. The abdominal wall is away from the floor.
I'm pushing my leg like a weight,
Oh, well, you're doing good actually, Tom. It's almost like an exercise that is in a Pilates sequence. Reach.
Hallelujah.
Okay, we're going to move on from there, like a dolphin in the sea. From that position
Like
there,
a beach
squeeze
whale
your
in the
heels
sea.
together. Now squeeze your heels together and turn your knees out. You're going to create a diamond, so
Oh,
bend the knees,
no.
put your heels together. There. This is not like a dolphin anymore. This is much more like some kind of frog, I suspect. The heels are together. You've got a diamond shape. Keep breathing, Thomas. On the next breath out, as you squeeze your heels, try and push your thighs away from the mat. And then inhale and return back. Remember, it's pelvic floor and nails to spine. Now the side buttock area, side abductors, the glute med is getting a little bit more intensity. As you do this, your hip bones can't touch the floor, and Tom's aren't, so gosh, Tom.
Get away with you, woman!
So,
Whoa,
listen.
2 compliments in one day.
The next time you feel everything's working as it should, you can then push your chest forwards and create a, that's your chin, try your chest, and create a little bit more of
I went to my lower.
Okay.
So let me try that again.
So push the thigh bones away. No, don't grip the bum. That's not what it was. See if you can pull your chest forwards. Better.
That's it.
So the pulling of the chest forwards, you watch this part of the spine lengthen. It's known as extension. If you can get simultaneous lengthening through the front of the hip and lengthening through this part of the spine, you're doing Pilates and changing your posture.
Changing my life.
Breathe. Scapulas together. Chest forwards in your brain. There's lots happening here.
God, Tanya, what's happening? It's killing.
And let that go because it's killing. Go back into a counter stretch, everyone. So put your hands under your chest, Tom. Listen to me. And then bend your knees as you pull your... No. You're going to counter stretch. In other words, back into shell stretch.
Get up.
Yay. Stay there and just reach. Bend your elbows. There. Rock back and forth, so you're not quite in shell stretch. You're pushing and pulling the ground. with your
Rockabye, baby.
armpits.
This is rockabye, baby.
If you can keep your scapula sliding up and down the thoracic area,
That's brilliant.
you're actually going to get a little bit more mobilisation.
That is brilliant.
He thinks that's brilliant.
Seriously.
You're pulling the ground under you with your armpits and pushing it away with your armpits.
I'm doing Pilates.
By keeping the breath muscles active, you're getting a little bit more range of movement through your upper back and through to your trunk. From this position then, we're going to lie on our sides. So
That's
Tom,
really
can you
good.
face the camera,
Of course
lying on
I
your
can.
side? Okay.
That was really good.
It was really good, darling.
You're getting better.
Am I getting better at teaching you? Side lying.
Okay, this is the hip crux.
And because Tom's so demic...
Hi everybody. Welcome to the whale position.
Tom, I want you to bend your underneath leg for this.
Okay.
So have a bend of the underneath. And there's a black line on the mat for a reason. It's
Okay, I'll
to
get my
kind of
shoulder
assist you.
Okay.
Now put your head on this blue ball.
Okay.
There.
You're very thoughtful today.
I'm not having another grumpy man in my life. He's so grumpy when he's in pain.
Stop it.
Stop it.
I've got a high pain threshold.
He's got a very low pain threshold. He's a man. Sorry, Ken, forgive me, and Steve. But Katie, you know, don't you? Okay, from this position, you're holding yourself with the underneath leg bent, heel lined up under the knee. Well, Tom,
I'm
let
just
me
looking.
keep you in position.
Okay, I won't look.
You can have a look because you won't let everything go, but otherwise, exhale and a small lift and inhale and lower. The pelvic floor navel to spine connect and the abdomen, remember, up and down. Just two more. Lift, higher, 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 higher. The lift wants to go fractionally higher than what is the hip bone to make, makes more sense. I said fractionally, not massively, fractionally. Next time your leg is at hip height, stay. Now point the toe, Tom, so point away from the screen and lower down and then circle backwards. So circle behind the hip, breathe, exhale, pull up and over and forwards and down. So this is, some people hate this, that's why it's here every day, even with someone who's in need of lots of help. Make the leg rotate using your thigh bone, not so your thigh bone is the purpose here. Yeah, it's different, isn't it?
You've got an eagle eye. Eagle eye.
The next time the leg comes down, Tom's going to reverse the direction.
Oh,
so
I hate this.
flex at your ankle, and forward you go, thigh bone, and back down. And forward you go. I'm using all of my body weight to keep him aligned up.
That's how high you want me to go.
That's just slightly higher than your hip. There you go. So your thigh bone is a ball and socket joint at the top end. Up and down, up. Now you do it, go on.
Unbelievable how I twist my leg.
Correct.
Even that way.
You're going to finish for a moment.
Thank you.
So stretch. Push out your underneath leg now. Both legs are now straight, and you can put your hand here, just there, without losing everything. First leg to lift is your top leg, breathe in. Now lift it a bit higher and pull your hip bone to your waist. On the next breath out, tension now the underneath leg as though it's about to lift. Use your quads. And then drive your underneath leg to close the gap. Go on, up, 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 breathe. And lower both legs down again. And again.
You're living dangerously now, woman.
I am. The top leg will lift, maybe not as high for you because you're a bit narrow in the hip. With the top leg up, you've got to pre-tension the underneath leg through the inner thigh and the quad. Yes, better. Go on, pull your thighs tight, tight, tight together and lower back down. Now this should hit you all the way through here.
That was good.
Was it?
No, I was good.
You were good. That was good. You've done one good one. You're good. The top leg will lift. You reach the lift, and then as your underneath leg tensions, you drive the thighs to close the gap. Close, close, close. There you go. Stay. See if you can hold your shape and lift up an inch and down. The movement comes from here now. Go on, all the way from here, pelvic floor and internal obliques. Last two, adductors, last one, and let that go. Bend your legs.
Dear God.
Tom's going to roll onto his back. We need a quick abdominal moment, so lie on your back.
Okay. Should I be on it?
You can stay where you are.
I want to be on your line, so I don't get into trouble.
Line. Keeping everything long and straight.
It's like you're moving a dummy.
I am. I said nothing.
Shouldn't have said that. Set myself up.
All right. We'll use a ball because the neediness of this man is deeper than most others. No. Bend your legs. Everyone bend your legs once you feel very, very straight. We'll go straight to your hip lifts. Everything I've done with Tom, truthfully, is a great back rehab workout. Obviously, the test is that every position has to be pain-free. First part of this is Tom is in neutral. He's put his head back to where he wants it rather than where I placed it.
I'm sorry.
On the breath out.
I'm just trying to be who I am.
Stop trying to be who you are. It might help us all. Breathe out, draw your pelvic floor up and draw your inner thighs. No, draw your inner thighs. I didn't say tuck your bottom under and move your pelvis. You're only moving the thigh bones against the object at the same time as pushing down into your heels. So you're creating a connection. You don't make it vicious, you don't make it violent, you make it a core connection. The next time on the breath out, when you feel the rib cage pull down and the ball squeeze, stay. So you're rolling over to your right. Tom, I'm going to invite him to come and curl up. So hold that shape. If you curl up, as you curl up, slide your hands. Don't tuck your bottom under, I didn't say that. You curl up and you've got to notice what's happening.
I'm drifting that way.
You're drifting that way, so ground yourself. We're going to do this again. As you curl up, notice whether you twist. The twist will always originate from the hip. So now, of your thighs and curl up. There, stay.
Stop myself moving.
Breathe. Use the inner thighs to stop yourself moving. Breathe. Back down again. Inhaling. Breath out and curl. You pull your elbows forwards and you refuse to just drag your bum into a tilt. Last two. And again, if you don't do this easily,
tucking under,
you are tucking under. Right.
That's
stay
it.
up, everyone.
I've got
Stay.
that.
Stay up and release your bum bone area. Don't let the glutes work, but go more to an inner thigh connect. Breathe properly in and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel as though you're pushing your feet as if into sand. Drawing this ball in. Keeping the hip bones feeling connection. And go back down again.
I don't do Pilates on my own.
No, you don't. We know.
I don't, honestly.
Tom's just disclosed he doesn't do Pilates on his own.
Okay, let's start with Pilates.
Hi, Kirsty. Right, you're going to do it because Tom's so twisted. I'm going straight into obliques. He's going to keep his left hand onto his left thigh. His right hand is going to come onto his right thigh. On the next breath out, he's not going to tuck under, but he's going to slide up and reach towards the knee. Breathe in and breathe out and come back down again. Because we've got a ball between his thighs, he's able to pull his thighs together. So you glide up and inhaling down. The more breathing muscles you can involve, the more volume of breath you can include, the more freeing it becomes for this part of the spine. The bottom wants to stay heavy, so press down on your heels and ground. Better. If your hips are twisting the minute you start any rotation, you're not really repairing or reorganising anything.
I'm starting, press my heel, breathe out, come up.
You've got to contact the ground from your heels to your pelvis behind you because you're moving away from the ground with your shoulders. All right, and going back down, we're going to go the other side.
That was Pilates, that was good.
Other side. So breathe. Yeah, on the breath out, draw the pelvic floor up, draw the ball, and feel for your range. And go back down. Your pelvic floor draws up, you follow the shoulder roll away. Draw this ball. Just stay there. So stay up on one and breathe. If you're coming over to your right hand side, if you come over to the right hand side, it's your right hand rib behind you wanting to pull to your hip bones without clenching. And go back down again. We're just going to do one more like this. Exhaling and up we go. No, you're coming up too high because you're twisting to come up. And back down. People, go straight down, stay where you are, get the body as aligned as it can be.
Wow,
and you're going into your hip lift. Pull your heels right under the knee joint because Tom's were too far away.
I'm nervous for this one.
Well, listen to the cueing and life will go well. The first part of a hip lift is that you don't tuck under, you're just going to lift your hips. I didn't say roll, I said hip lift. On the breath out, press against your heels, pull the ball in, and the feeling that you're pushing your knee joint forwards and away from your hips is what it's about.
Got that.
And big breath in. Press your hands against the ground. Press your knees forwards, there you go. Breathe in, breathe out, and hinge down again.
Better.
Yeah, big breath in. Pelvic floor, navel to spine, thigh bones press forwards. The reason we do all of these activities is because the body does not have any more its perfect alignment, strength, stability and mobility. So the thoughtfulness going on here is because we need
mindfulness.
It's mindfulness. And down. Last one. Core connect, push the knees forward, press the ground away. Can you stay there?
Yeah.
If you happen to stay up there, because you can feel your hamstrings and your abdominals, do exhale, core, squeeze the ball as though pulling the pelvic floor up a tad more. When I cue the pelvic floor coming up, I don't mean tuck under, I mean draw up from those hammock muscles that go deep through the whole of the base of you all the way to the navel. Press your hands to the floor, Tom, if you can. Go on. Proper breathing. It's an in through the armpit area and a The next time you feel the great demand going on in the thigh, you will try and bend the rib cage part of the spine on the breath out. Down, breathe out through the ribs. Now you are rolling. Rolling, rolling, rolling until you find yourself absolutely where you belong.
Oh,
and you've
nice.
twisted when you came down. Okay, people, we're going into our 100 position. We'll start it like this. Big breath in. Breathe out, head, neck and shoulders. Nod the chin and drive up. You can now imprint your lower back. No, don't lift your bottom like that. Squeeze on that ball. And do you feel you could bring your legs up in the air?
Yeah.
So exhale to bring the legs up. So let's take the ball away.
Okay.
Oh, well done, Rin. If you can get your legs up in the air, you will have your legs tight together, unless you two are using a blue ball, which is completely irrelevant. No.
Just to stabilize myself.
Find your position. So Tom's immediately learning something. He's holding his legs with his arms, forearms. His elbow bend is equal side to side. This is his true 100 position. It's called a modification of a basic position. Inhaling and exhaling. You've got to breathe out properly, like we talked about. The add-on here is on the next breath out to me. So breathe, squeeze both legs equally. Inhale and bend them again. Go on, breathe out, push. So you can extend and bend your legs. Look at the ball and find your pelvic floor. Ribcage bend. 2 more moments. That's what we're going to do. 1 more moment. Left hand side more than right yet. And pull your knees into your chest.
Wow.
Let your head go down.
Thank you.
Breathe. Okay, we'll take this into a stretch. Pull this leg right in.
Okay.
So pull your right thigh in and send your left leg down and away. Let it go down. Put your head down. There, breathe. And then when that leg's about to go to the floor, exhale and lift it up an inch. Inhale and lower it down. Make your abdominals lift it an inch and inhale. The legs lifting and lowering by using your core, okay? So breath out to lift, inhale, lower, and lift, zip up and hollow, and lower, and lift. Okay, pull that leg right up slowly with the breath out, all the way. Changing sides, you pull that thigh bone in, hold on to it, stay with as much symmetry as you can, and then start it there. If you feel as though the weight of your leg, that your abdominal stability isn't there for it, and lift it up. Exhale, tongue, lift it up. Remember, this leg's to help you stabilise. When I do this with my own little body, I have a look at what's going on, because you'll be surprised that where you think that leg is, it often isn't. You neither want that leg to go to medial line to the centre, nor do you want it to go too far out. So I'm now keeping it tracked in relation to the hip bone as you lift. Imagine it's your thigh lifting you, not your toes. Just lift to get a core reaction. So you use your thigh, not your toes. Use this area here and this. Better. Do 1 more.
I have my shoulders up, that's better, get them down.
And when you've done that last one, pull your knees into your chest. Well done. Good. And rock side to side. Get a little bit of movement pelvically. The whole rocking of the body while breathing is another way when you're injured and you've done something to a joint, a big joint.
Is that called myofascial?
It's more myofascial. See, he knows the words often, but he knows very little about the science and the activation of it.
Okay, don't rub my nose in it.
I don't need to, do that yourself. All right, we're going to do the other side of side lying. So Tom, can you come up carefully and then go to the other side of side lying?
There you go.
Okay, now face the other way.
I'm just doing a wee roly-poly.
Come all the way around 360 degrees.
There you go. It's called staying away from pain, that's what it is.
Bless, you're doing really well.
Staying away from pain.
I suggested Tom might not do this session in a couple of my Zoom classes, asking, someone said, if Tom doesn't show up, they'll think you're divorced. I'm like, Tom, you better be fit for Friday. Okay, the underneath leg on this position is bent. The bent of the leg is still in line with your line from shoulder to hip. Oh my goodness.
No, don't say that, it makes me sound pathetic.
Put your leg where I've just put it.
Okay, sorry.
So, when a teacher corrects you, the best way of responding to that effort is to leave the body where it was placed.
Okay.
You keep wanting to move it.
You're a rough handling, mate.
Here we go. All right, Tom, put your hands here. It'll give you more. Hold your shape and breathe deeply in and out. If you feel very, very wobbly, the area between your hip bones is the area you need to definitely go. Exhale as deep as you can. Make both sides of your rib cage respond. And the armpit to the hip bones. When a calm starts to appear, because you're using a pelvic floor, navel to spine, remember if you're lordotic, you will tuck the pelvis under a tad. Once we feel we're in there, we start that gentle exhale to lift and lower. So Tom, where your hand is, that's where the leg will lift. The leg is a reach and a lift, not a kick up and down. So you push it away from you better. In your mind, there's a sense of creating space between the thigh bone and its socket. Go on, 2 more. And breathe, 1 more. Now, leave the leg down and point your toe. We've got our leg circles here. So the leg circle goes down, inhaling, exhale, and. It's your thigh bone, so make your leg tension, Tom, and it's your thigh bone that's originating or creating a move. Pull it back.
I can do it.
Okay. Don't become so consumed with your leg that you lose the trunk. So your leg will only move as fluently as the trunk stabilises you. The next time your leg's down to halfway again, stay, go the other way around. So now we come forwards, up, and, or whichever direction you didn't go. Go on. Deep, proper breaths rather than the... If you make the breathing lengthened in both the inhaling and the breath out, you will find you can cue the body more efficiently in the trunk pelvic position, okay? The next time Tom's leg is straight, he's going to leave it straight. When I say straight, I mean reaching from his hips. The underneath leg will come out again. So now both legs are down. Again, put your hand in front, that's fine, there's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to take this... Check that your heels haven't gone backwards of your hip bones. Breath out, let the top leg lift. Stay, breathe in. Breathe out and let the underneath leg tighten, so tensions, lifts. Breathe in and then breathing out and let it go down again. Go support your pelvis. The top leg will reach away. Reach it, reach it, reach it. Core connect just here and the tensioning of the underneath leg through the adductors.
Whoa,
there you go,
good
closing the
God.
gap. And back down you go. Can you feel the difference when I stabilise your pelvis?
I can
No
feel the
comparison,
difference,
sir.
see the difference, know the difference.
Okay, and taste the difference.
Stainsbury's.
Up we go. 1, breathe. Pelvic floor near the spine, driving. Your underneath leg has to have its own tensioned connection. And lowering back down. And we go again. 1. No, don't rush it, Tom. Don't rush it. You haven't got the ability to rush. You're straining. Trying. Okay. We're going to do 1 more.
Okay, here we
He's
go.
going to do it properly. The top leg's going to lift. And lift it, stay. Big breath in. Your underneath leg is heavy, so shrink. Use your inner thigh, inner thigh, inner thigh. Squeeze those thighs together and lower them down.
Wow.
Okay, people, Tom's going to finish by going into a counter stretch because that's all we've got time for today.
We're not done already.
So counter stretch is sitting your bottom back in the direction of your thighs, heels, knees. If you enjoyed this sliding of the scapula back and forth, use the hand position, because I can actually teach you this because Tom's here. Pull yourself back forwards and backwards, make your hands level with each other. You just can't see basically, can you?
Like there.
There you go. And pull, push back there.
From the elbows, or the armpits.
If you use your armpits to slide back and forth, especially if you've then got to go to work after this, you're going to create big connections and movement. Rather than ending up solid and locked, and then push your bottom all the way back. So press the ground away, go all the way back, tuck your bottom under, bend your elbows, bend them. If you struggle to go back, always bend your elbows because it frees up more of the spine to get involved in the stretch. The breath in and out, deeply in and out. Have your hands there. Go on, push against the ground so you stabilise. You're going from your armpit. People, we're going to get Tom to come up to a kneeling position. So with your next breath out, tuck your bottom under. No, tuck your bottom under.
Okay.
Under, under, under. And then walk your hands back to where your knees are. Okay, tuck your bottom under. Use your pelvic floor near the spine and you end up in kneeling.
Excellent.
Okay, how did that feel?
That was excellent. Thank you very much.
We got through it.
That was brilliant.
You can all have a kiss.
That was brilliant.
Well, I hope that that was sufficient
Thank
for
you,
you.
guys.
And some people are impressed that you're still turning up. I agree. He's still turning up. Okay, people, it's another gorgeous day out there. I hope that this live recording worked for most of you.
Hi, Janine.
And Tom's going to say
Johnny up.
goodbye.
Fantastic. Bye, Diane.
That's your chin. Try your chest. Priceless.
Thanks, Diane.
Yeah,
I love
you
your
know,
wee comments.
I can only work with what I've got.
Cheers,
Okay,
Katie.
people, by all means talk to us as you say goodbye in terms of through text, because Tom will have a look at them all.
I will.
If you'd like to have a private audience with Tom after this moment, you just go online and get texting and talking to each other, and I'll carry
Have
on
a great
here
day
at the
and have a
studio.
wonderful weekend.
It's
Stay
a
safe.
goodbye from me.
And it's goodbye from him.
All right, night, goodbye. Have a
Take care.
great life.
Bye-bye. See you, Margaret. Cheers,
See
man.
you.